Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Thank you very much for joining me today. I will be reading the July 13th Facebook post and making a couple comments on it. And I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. To hear the voice of God's source in everything and everyone, you are asked to let go of judgment. You're asked to let go of judgment, not because this is a right that is being withheld from you, but because judging on incomplete information leads to mistaken decision making, confusion, frustration, anger, disappointment, and regret. Because we do not have a complete understanding of how our judgments affect ourselves, everyone, and everything, judging on incomplete information is all we do. To see God's source in others, let go of the illusionary ever-changing in them and focus on their truth, their changelessness. Look beyond what their bodies might look like, say, or do, and focus on their souls. Today, let us make a concerted effort to look past illusionary differences the ego has programmed us to see, and let's focus on our sameness. We look away from the past programming or future imaginings, return to the eternal present moment, listen to the voice for God whispering to us through our brothers and sisters' changeless nature, and find peace. Today we're going to practice reducing our judgments throughout the day. We are love and only love. And when we trust this, we experience peace. When we don't trust this of ourselves or our brothers and sisters, then that is when judgment comes in. And when we judge a brother or sister, we believe we have the understanding to judge them. But just because we're playing in that fairy tale that we believe is true, it's almost an impossibility to have an understanding of every action and reaction when it comes to our judgment. For example, we don't even know what we're going to have for dinner next Sunday, let alone what is in the best interest of the universe, excuse me, or what is in the best interest of our brothers or sisters. And so since we do not have an understanding of what is in the best interest of ourselves or our brothers and sisters, then when we judge, we're simply acting on incomplete information. And when we're acting on incomplete information, frustration, anger, confusion result, and we lose our sense of peace. And so today, instead of judging, we're going to practice trusting that the moment is as it was meant to be, trusting that our brothers and sisters are on their journey and that they will get to the state of peace and love and compassion in their own way, at their own time, as will we. And so when we are programmed by the ego to judge or criticize a brother or sister for X or Y reason, instead today we will simply choose trust. And by doing so, we will experience peace. And so let's say a brother or sister does something that we find worthy of judgment. Instead of buying into that ego's fairy tale that has done nothing for us really, that has simply brought us pain, confusion, regret, resentment, instead of judging them, let us trust in their own journey and say to ourselves, Instead of judgment, let's just say to ourselves within, I trust that my brother or sister action is currently in their best interest to get them to where they truly desire to be. I trust, you can say, I trust God's source that their journey is as worthy as mine. Maybe they won't hit the same roads, but we all end up in the same place. And that is the state of peace, mind, and joy. And so we have experienced ourselves many times when we judged ourselves for X or Y reason, and then later on figured out that it was actually the best thing that happened to us because we grew enormously from it. And so many times that's what happens with our brothers and sisters. We judged them, but whatever their actions or reactions were, it's something they needed. They needed to experience that in order to get sick enough of it that they don't need it anymore. And so their journeys, we do not understand their journeys, their personal journeys. But we understand that we desire peace of mind and joy within us. And the way to come to a state of peace of mind and joy, to return to our truth, is to allow them their journey. We allow them their journey today. We trust in their journey, in their own personal journeys. And we trust in ours by returning to the state of peace of mind and joy and compassion and forgiveness. And so today, we do not look at their bodies, we do not look at what they say or do. We simply look at and acknowledge their changelessness, their changeless nature, the truth of who they are. They are love. They are a being of love, of compassion, of forgiveness. Even if they might not realize it yet, that's who they are. And when we see the truth in them, we experience the truth in us, which is peace, compassion, and forgiveness. And we live in a state of grace. So today, let us let go. Let us practice letting go of judgment. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I love you very much. And God willing, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.